Today we'll be learning about the recording process. An economic event is analyzed. If recognized, the event will affect at least two accounts. Before, during, and after recognition, there is equality in terms of the accounting equation. The double entry system. Each recordable event affects at least two accounts. There is no single account recordable entry. An increase or decrease to an account is recorded with a debit or a credit depending on the account. For each recordable event, total dollar debits must equal total dollar credits. Rules to double entry bookkeeping. Assets equals liabilities plus owner's equity. This can be translated to assets equals liabilities plus share capital plus income minus expenses minus dividends. Assets tend to be on the left, so increase them with debits. Liabilities and equity on the right, so that means you increase them with credits. To understand the nature of accounts, we must understand the normal balances. Normal balances are an internal control device to find potential errors. Items on the debit side of the equation include assets, expenses, and dividends, while items on the credit side include liabilities, income and revenues, and equity. The side the item is on would increase with the said side. Therefore, an item in assets would increase with a debit, while an item in liabilities would increase with credits. Journaling. They are business documents such as invoices, a check, or a cash register tape. They provide evidence of a recordable event. A journal is a book of original entry where the economic event is first recorded. Events are recorded in the journal in chronological order. Journal's contribution to the recording process include disclosure of the complete effects of an event and provides a chronological record. It helps prevent or locate errors before the debit or credit amounts can be easily compared. The implied headings of each general journal will tend to include a date, the account title, a reference, a debit, and a credit column. Debits go on first, while credits go on after. The credit portion of the transaction tends to have its account title slightly shifted to the right in the row that it is in. It is also a common practice not to have currency signs in the general journal. The general ledger is the second book of records. It contains all accounts maintained by a business. Next we have the chart of accounts. This varies between businesses and is confined to the names given. For example, if you have an account already called accounts receivable, you cannot have an account also called trades receivable. The reference column tends to be used to cross-reference to the journal to the page number of the journal. In accounting, we have jargon known as posting. Posting is the process of transferring accounts from the journal to the ledger accounts. The reference column can also be used to refer to the chart of accounts. In accounting, you may come across the format of a T account. This records the increase or decrease in a specific asset, liability, equity, income, or expense item. The balance is listed in the balance line in the account. Debits tend to be on the left, while credits tend to be on the right. Transactions are listed in the rows below, to the final balance which is at the bottom line. In accounting, it is essential to have the human element to recognize economic events and to use account names. The trial balance is a list of accounts and their balances at a given time. It is an internal document, and it comes in account number form from the chart of accounts. However, the trial balance does have its limitations. It can balance even when their event is not generalized. In human systems, a correct journal entry is not posted, or a journal entry can be posted twice. It can also have incorrect accounts being used in journaling or posting. Next time, we'll be discussing correcting entries.